I was saying it off air. I've been bored watching football recently in the past 1 or 2 years, I'll be honest with you. Bored. So thank you, Inter, and thank you, Barcelona.
Well, whether or not you've been bored watching football like Thierry Henry, you have to echo his praise and gratitude to Inter Milan and Barcelona for the absolute show they put on. It was drama, chaos, mistakes, and individual brilliance from two teams who just refused to lay down and lose. And under all that madness, there was also a fascinating tactical war going on all match long. So how did Inter pull this off? Let's go ahead and break it down. Welcome to Campfire Football. I'm Sebastian North. If you're new here, I'm going to go over some of the clips from the game, dissect some of the key moments. Like the video if you enjoy it, subscribe to the channel as well, and please leave your comments below. I'd love to hear what you think. Now let's go ahead without further ado and break this game down. Well, the final score was 4-3, but let's go back to the beginning where Barcelona actually really came out of the blocks flying, and Lamine Yamal signaled to everyone he was primed for a huge night, and he did play exceptionally well despite not scoring. But right away, I just want to highlight this because this kid's an absolute genius, and he's such an important player in getting Barcelona really going. So as he's dribbling out wide here, DiMarco has the pass inside to Ferran Torres cut off, and if Lamine Yamal tries to cut inside, he's likely to lose it. If he also cuts it back, Mkhitaryan is there. So his solution to this is excellent. It's to step over the ball with his left, use his right back heel to cut it in between the two players, and be able to turn. And Mkhitaryan grabs a hold of him and falls over. Absolutely terrific from Lamine Yamal. So Simone Inzaghi was concerned with the first 10 minutes where Inter really couldn't get out of their half. Sure, they were defending okay, but Barcelona were looking more and more dangerous. And it took until Bastoni broke the line of midfield on a couple of occasions that Inter really started to look like they were in the game. And here's the thing about this 3-5-2. Once you break that first line of pressure of the forwards and you're at the midfield, everything changes. Space opens up. You're able to connect to your wingbacks like right here, and your midfielders are able to make runs in behind. So here's Barella going forward. The ball gets played down the channel into him. And once Inter Milan could get into these spots, they have the technicians to try and open a team up. So as the ball gets played across, it gets into the feet of Mkhitaryan, and he looks up. Now, Barcelona think that they've got these two guys in the middle offside. Eric Garcia is fully expecting this ball to go out to DiMarco, and Gerard Martin is keeping both Lautaro and Marcus Thuram onside. And that's the problem, because Cubarsí has completely stepped up thinking he's got them offside, but he doesn't. And this ball here, when this comes into Thuram, if he takes that touch with his left foot out in front of him and runs onto it, he's completely in, but his touch is more underneath his feet, and it allows Cubarsí to come back. The shot from Thuram is bad, but this was the beginning for Inter Milan where they really started to get confidence, and DiMarco would have a huge impact for the next 10 minutes. A lot of that started with building out of the back, and this is one of the things for Barcelona. If this ball comes to Bastoni, Lamine Yamal has to cut the ball out wide to DiMarco. Letting Inter Milan go wide just allows their wingbacks to get the ball and pour forward. So Lamine Yamal should be curving his run to cut the ball out wide and allowing his midfielders to match up in the middle. He doesn't do that. The other problem is Eric Garcia, way too far away from DiMarco. He does not need to panic that he's going to get this wrong. He's got so much room, and Lamine Yamal is not following Bastoni. So a simple 1-2 breaks the line, and essentially 5 Barcelona players are now behind the play. De Jong and Pedri are now dropping off. So is the entire Barcelona back line, because Dumfries, Lautaro, Thuram, they're all just trying to time their runs to be able to get in behind. And since there's no pressure on the ball, Barcelona have to drop. But Inter have all these runs coming from deep. Mkhitaryan running alongside, Bastoni plays him in, and Mkhitaryan goes, crosses, and Inigo Martinez puts it out. But there's one thing I just want to focus on here. Take a look at Simone Inzaghi. He's like, get the ball across to the other side. It gets cleared out. Look at him. He's on the pitch, just miles out of his technical area. You gotta love Simone Inzaghi. He was doing this all game. But very soon, Inter Milan would actually go ahead and take the lead through Lautaro Martinez, and this actually is a really interesting case of where DiMarco is positioned and how well Inter transition from attack to defense and then defense into attack. So the ball's won there, it bounces around, Mkhitaryan gets it, and you can see DiMarco, who is tucked in here. Now, he's the left wing back. He's tucking in to help his midfielders be able to mark Dani Olmo, because you don't want the ball to get to Lamine Yamal, and the way that's going to happen is it goes through the midfield, so you have to cut the supply. But Mkhitaryan's won the ball, so now DiMarco running forward to get involved in the attack. Pedri comes back and pokes it away, and it goes to De Jong, and watch how quickly DiMarco here recognizes what he's got to do. He stops, the ball gets to De Jong, he realizes immediately the ball is going into Dani Olmo, so he's got to get there quickly. Dani Olmo does not know he's coming, DiMarco gets the tackle in, and now, this is the moment where Barcelona just reacted slower. You see Denzel Dumfries here. As soon as that ball bounces up, he now realizes, ooh, I've got an opportunity to make a run, and DiMarco can play this ball on his next touch. Meanwhile, the 3 Barcelona defenders are just completely static. Even after that ball gets played, they're standing completely still, and Dumfries is running, which is no surprise that he ended up that far through. And you can see Thuram with his arms up like, we're gonna score, and it gets squared across to Martinez, and he puts it in. 1-0 to Inter Milan. And this is where they really built confidence. Now, Barcelona were still attacking every now and again, but they weren't creating great chances. And honestly, I've got to say, Marcus Thuram, what an unbelievable game. Came in with a thigh issue, not 100% fit at all, but his performance over the 120 minutes was exceptional. And this is why. I mean, DiMarco launching a ball into the middle, and look at this hold-up play. Chests it down right into the feet of Barella, and 5 Barcelona players are completely out of the picture. Yes, it's a 4-on-5 for Inter, but it's about to become a 3-on-2. Inigo Martinez has to go and try and close down the ball. Barella gets it out of his feet to Dumfries, and there's your 3-on-2. Thuram making the run across to take Cubarsí with him, and you're going to see here, right there, he just points behind him, like, play it over there. Lautaro's wide open. And this ball from Dumfries should be zipped on the ground into Martinez's feet, or curled and bent into his run so the ball has some pace, but he just lofts it. And that allows De Jong the opportunity to get back and break it up. Now, one of the things I noticed about Barcelona in the first leg is that from time to time, they would just get so condensed and try and go through the center of Inter's defense right here. But there's too many guys. I know Barcelona are good players, and someone's going to be able to make a tackle, and then because there's so many of them, they're going to get that second ball and be able to break. Now, Marcus Thuram, again, driving through the midfield. Denzel Dumfries bolting ahead. Gerard Martin can't keep up with him, and the ball gets played through, and Dumfries is in. But then Inter Milan would get their 2-0 lead, and it was from a penalty. This was definitely a bit of a controversial decision. I know there's some people who really disagree with it, but let's take a look at where it starts. Gerard Martin would have a great second half. We'll get to him there. But this mistake right here is a really bad one. Look at this touch. Out in front of him, Dumfries smells the opportunity, gets in and makes the tackle. Çalhanoğlu gets it and tries to play it forward to Thuram. It gets blocked by Pedri, a little bit scruffy here, but as it's rolling out, Mkhitaryan sees that Lautaro is 1v1 and that he knows the type of run he's going to make. Lautaro's going to stay facing forward, but he's going to create space between him and Cubarsí, and so the ball is an easy one to play straight into his path. He receives it, and this is the moment. Cubarsí, poor guy, gets a lot of the ball, but the problem is he gets a little bit more of Lautaro Martinez first. And Lautaro, it's clever. Get across, step in front. If he goes for the ball, fine, but he's going to get you first. And by the letter of the law, that's a penalty. I know that may seem harsh to people, but it is a penalty. And Çalhanoğlu steps up, absolutely rifles it, and takes out the camera in the corner of the goal. 2-0, but guess what? Barcelona would roar back in the second half through an unlikely source. It would be Gerard Martin and Eric Garcia who played a massive role in this. 2 very much maligned fullbacks in this team. Guys who a lot of people don't think should be in the squad at all. But here was the start of the comeback. So Lamine Yamal has the ball. You can see Eric Garcia out on the side. DiMarco basically waiting for the ball to get played to him so that he can go pressure. But Lamine Yamal changes his mind and goes into Pedri. Now Pedri tries to sneak a little ball in here right to Ferran Torres' feet. It's blocked by Acerbi and comes right back to him. So Pedri gets a little fortunate. This time he goes ahead and plays the ball to Martin. Martin tries to find Rafinha here, but he gets blocked by Bisek. Now the thing is, wide at the back post is Eric Garcia, and when Gerard Martin looks up, he sees him wide open, and DiMarco really should be marking him, or at least getting a little closer to Olmo. Instead, he is so deep that when this ball gets crossed in, he can't really do anything about it. And the ball is fantastic. Eric Garcia runs up, really nice volley, and it's 2-1. And then Garcia would get a massive opportunity, and this was really the beginning of Sommer making unbelievable, crazy saves. It's actually from a corner kick for Inter Milan. They whip it in. Barcelona get it away, and they have a counterattack. So Lamine Yamal gets the ball out from under his feet, and Gerard Martin takes the first touch forward. He's got Denzel Dumfries breathing down his back, and I think he just didn't have the confidence to keep going. I think he was like, I don't really want the responsibility. So he gets it out of his feet, plays it across to Eric Garcia, who does a really good job here, actually, of making sure that he keeps the ball going forward instead of slowing down the counterattack, and Inter Milan can get players back. So he keeps the rhythm going. It comes into Pedri. He hesitates and waits just the right amount to open up the space for Gerard Martin. The ball into him is very good. Mkhitaryan has a choice to make. Stay right where I am or get a little closer to Pedri, because that's where the cutback is going, right? Well, Mkhitaryan gets closer to Pedri and he leaves that split open. It goes to Eric Garcia. Dude, you've got to put this on the ground right next to the post, and it's in. Instead, he lifts it central of the goal and he gives Sommer a chance. That save is unbelievable. Gerard Martin was growing in confidence here. He really started to feel good about himself. He would whip a ball into the box here that was super dangerous. Now look at this cross. Inter Milan have really good numbers defending, but watch Sommer. He starts to go for it and then actually changes his mind. That tells you really how hard that ball is to judge. Cubarsí and Eric Garcia go up for it. It's Bisek who wins it, but very soon that exact same ball would yield a goal for Barcelona. We're actually going to pick this up to a little earlier in the move because I have to highlight Lamine Yamal right here. Receives the ball. How Lionel Messi is this? Take an outside step with your left foot, force the defender to go there, and just touch it with your left foot down the line. See ya later. Starts to run forward, gets absolutely bodied here by Bastoni and draws a foul. Barcelona would get the free kick. It's cleared, and it comes to De Jong. Now, he looks up and he's like, ooh, got the run of Rafinha. I could maybe go to him, but really it's too straight of a ball. The runs are straight. Change the angle. And he does exactly the right thing by give it to Martin. And Martin, who has just whipped in one good ball, is about to do it again. Now, here's the big mistake on this goal. Barella and Mkhitaryan are both right next to Dani Olmo, and they both let him go. Mkhitaryan pointing back at Dani Olmo like, hey, Barella, take him. But Barella doesn't do it, and so neither of them do, and Dani Olmo is running free this cross. Again, I mean, look at that. It is just right on top of the 6-yard box. That header is essentially unmissable for Dani Olmo. Bang, 2-2. We are all level, and Lamine Yamal would start to take over this game. And I really thought Barcelona were going to win it at this point. Once again, Gerard Martin having the confidence to play a little 1-2 with Pedri and get forward. The ball comes into Lamine Yamal. He gets away. He's still got 3 guys on him. It doesn't seem like he has a line at goal, but somehow he's able to dig that out and force an incredible save from Sommer. And here he is again, running at 2 people. Goes by one, goes by another, chops it back. There's 4 guys sort of going towards where he is, chips it, and Sommer's able to pad it away. But then Rafinha would get the go-ahead goal. And again, Lamine Yamal just dragging all these people over. And right there, actually, they deal with him well. This was not called for a foul. Barella and Augusto do well to steal the ball. And this is a massive mistake from Barella. He is trying to play this ball down the line to Mehdi Taremi. But like, what is that? You're trying to nutmeg him? Like, what? Like, that is a ridiculous thing to do in that moment. And so Barcelona recover it. The ball comes to Pedri, and now Inter Milan are really destabilized. The ball comes into Rafinha. He gets a shot off, and I'm surprised here. Sommer, look, he gets his hands up to save the ball, but if he punches this literally anywhere else, it's not a goal. Instead, he pads it right down, and Rafinha runs up, smashes it in with his right foot, and it looks for all the world like Barcelona have just won this tie in dramatic fashion. And they would actually get an opportunity here to seal the deal completely. Inter Milan take a long throw in, and once again, Barcelona win it and counterattack. Lamine Yamal gets it to Pedri, gets it back, he cuts inside, shoots, and for some reason, Sommer pulled his hands away from this. I think he thought it was going wide, but it crashes off the post. Inter Milan put it out for a throw-in, and there's just 3 minutes to go. Now, Barcelona have the throw-in here. Inter Milan would get it back. Acerbi would motor forward. So Sommer has the ball. Acerbi goes and gets himself into the front line, and Cubarsí here does a great job of leaping high and getting the header. But that's not a foul from Marcus Thuram, and he's actually clever to just wait, let Cubarsí win the header, and pick up the second ball in the scraps. But Thuram almost blows it here. This pass is almost cut out by Gerard Martin. Either way, Dumfries gets it, bodies him off. Maybe that's a foul. I don't know. Martin hits the deck. De Jong's complaining. You've got Acerbi, the 37-year-old center back in the middle. The cross from Dumfries, absolutely excellent. And Acerbi finishes into the roof of the net. It's 3-3. Like, what is going on? We're going to extra time, right? Also, this shot of Inzaghi, I mean, fantastic. But no, we're not yet going to extra time because there would be one final chance here, and it starts with a ball that's loose. Mkhitaryan's going for it. Araujo just goes ahead and smashes it. Acerbi decides, I'm going to clear this as hard as I can. He doesn't really get a good connection, and it goes to the feet of Cubarsí, who gives it to Rafinha. And he looks up and he sees Lamine Yamal is open, and no one's really paying attention to him. And Rafinha knows how important of a pass this is, so he gets it onto his left foot to make sure he's got the quality. The pass is exceptionally good. I mean, right into Lamine Yamal's feet, and right there, his touch is just a little bit behind him. So he's got to reach back for it, which allows Augusto to kind of run with him, put him off a little bit. And here, Lamine Yamal, he's got the skill to go ahead and just toe poke this to the back post and score. And he does toe poke it, but he gets it wrong, and it goes right into Sommer's hands. I mean, look at the time on the clock. 5:42 out of 5 minutes of stoppage time. This would have won it. It was incredible. It just never ended. The drama just kept on going all the way into extra time, and that's where Frattesi would get the go-ahead goal for Inter. And this is classic Inter Milan right here. Long ball from the goalie. Who wins the first one? Mehdi Taremi, one of your 2 center forwards. He flicks it on to who? Your other center forward, Marcus Thuram. He has the strength and quality to body off 2 players off the ball, and then he He's got the energy to do this. Ronald Araujo came on in like the 70th minute or something. Thuram came into this game injured and looked dead after 70 minutes, and yet he just absolutely roasts Araujo to the byline here. And who does he play it to? His center forward partner, Mehdi Taremi. I mean, the combinations from them here are brilliant. Taremi lays it off very well for Frattesi, and that little hesitation is what rooted Kubarsi to the ground. Frattesi gave himself an extra inch and a half, curls it into the bottom corner. 4-3 Inter Milan, but it was not quite over. Lamine Yamal would still be terrorizing them. Look at him get the ball here. I mean, he's got 3 guys running with him, and none of them want to touch him. He's in the box. They don't want to come anywhere close to fouling him, so they're just letting him do what he wants. And he chips this ball in. Sommer gets a little fingertip to it. Lewandowski heads over. I really thought that was 4-4 right there. But there was one more massive opportunity. This is probably what sealed Sommer getting man of the match. The ball from Rafinha here. I mean, this pass is unreal. And Lamine Yamal, just like he was in the first leg, he's going to try and clip this into the far post. And in the first leg, he hit the post and it went in. This one, he just didn't start the curl wide enough, and Sommer is able to get fingertips on it. And with just a few minutes to go, Barcelona started to run out of gas, and Inter Milan hold on to win the tie. Yeah, so unbelievable. And I completely agree with Thierry Henry here. Thank you, Inter. Thank you, Barca. That was epic. One of the best Champions League ties of all time. And the reason why is because it was mostly close, right? In previous really epic ties, you've had a major comeback, like the Barcelona remontada, where they lose 4-0 away and then win 6-1 at home. That was crazy, but the pattern of the games was basically clear. In this one, you had no idea what was going to happen next, and that just made it absolutely sensational. So thanks for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed this breakdown. Once again, like the video if you enjoyed it, subscribe if you want to see more videos like this, and leave your opinions in the comments below. Until next time, I'm Sebastian North. This is Campfire Football. Thanks for stopping by. Take it easy.